Alright, we are back. So a little bit of trouble with the stream. I guess my stream's not as or my internet's not as good as I thought it was, or what it used to be. So we're just gonna record our gameplay, upload it through YouTube. Y'all can probably, if you already found it, you guys are on YouTube already. But yeah, we just already made a character. We're kind of walking through. The controls are a little wonky, but we're making it work. Um, yeah, that's kind of it. This should be pretty fun. I'm kind of sad I can't watch stream. But I guess that's the thing for now. Um, oh well. But yeah, we'll figure this out together. But for now, these are my playthroughs. So yeah, let's start. Let's keep going.
When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade centre, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade centre's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action. Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat, but I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information. Let's start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station, and for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl. Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare. Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see. Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a feral state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the Ostrich Habitat. It's over near the hippos. Oh, before we actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's pause the game. Just click the pause button in the bottom right corner. Ah, that's more like it. A quick break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built. Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it. Right, let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier. Good work! Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment. At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier, so the guests can see in. There we go. Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them. Now, before we adopt our ostriches, you should click the play button. After all, if the game's paused, then so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches, eh? By the way, as well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think? Let's get 4 of them in here. While we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
To see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera fines alone would bankrupt us.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did you do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats, to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals. You'll need to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path. This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness negatively. In case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power, and that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we? Now, the reason everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So, once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off. Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal Tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away. Righty, your next job is to build a habitat from scratch. And concrete and glass, I expect. So, go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Huh.
Oh, and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers. Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think? The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode. Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool. Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters. Now that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
Hello?
Hey,
What's up, dude?
yeah, how's it going, man? You playing?
Yeah, dude. So my stream's like dead.
Oh,
What?
it's offline.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna record everything and then upload it. It's
I don't
basically.
see it online.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not online.
Oh,
Like, I have to record everything and then just upload it onto YouTube. Like, apparently my internet connection's not good enough or something. I don't know. Maybe. I
for your move?
know, right? We're moving to YouTube now. It's a very, like, I like the way that, like,
Okay,
It's
that's the
ease of
habitat
use.
boundary complete, the habitat gates in place, and
It's a very
most
interesting way.
importantly, the tigers won't
hear
be
me
able to
alright,
jump
by the way?
out of it
Oh,
anymore.
you're a little quiet.
I think it's
Okay,
time
give
we
me 1
adopted
second.
those
I'll fix
tigers.
it. I realized my good mic was unplugged.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, yeah, that should be the normal mic.
Holy crap, tigers are expensive.
I think you can visit my. Oh, I'm not your friend on Steam, right? I think you can visit my.
Whilst our trusty
I'm just
caretakers
going through
collect
the full
tigers,
tutorial.
let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival.
Are you still in the first?
We'll start with the basics.
Yeah, I literally just started like 20 minutes ago.
Okay, let. Look on. What's your Steam name?
Skyhawk634.
Am I friends with you? I don't know. No.
This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink.
Where'd this?
There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
Where's the terrain tool? Oh. Yo, what? Interesting.
Here, I'm just gonna send you my friend code.
Okay.
Yes, that'll do
Can't
nicely.
find you.
Of course, just like the warthogs and
I
ostriches,
think
these tigers will also need
You
some
can see
enrichment.
each other's.
Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
Oh yeah, I don't have any friends.
Uh,
It's empty, but I think you can see each other's zoos.
how do you rotate this again? Oh.
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a
Oh,
shelter
if you
in
have
their
questions for
habitat
hotkeys,
so they
let
can
me know
hide from
too.
the guests.
Yeah, I'm like learning all these hotkeys. I'm struggling.
Yeah, I know. I have like a cheat sheet up next to me.
Normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
The music is so calming.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm gonna listen to Spotify while I play this, and then I realized, oh, never mind, I don't need to.
I'll be right back really quick.
Alright.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel. Rightio, click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat. Okay then, open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil.
Yeah, dude, I've been literally playing this all day. It's crazy.
It looks fun. It's so fun now.
So fun, dude. Like, I listened to like an hour and a half of lecture and just played. That's what my quiz was for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got an A on the quiz, so apparently it worked.
Right then, all animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, Eurasia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab. Now, as you can see, some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want. You can find all of the plants you need in the nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
Whoops. Holy crap, this is so like interesting.
Yeah, there's a ton.
Yeah.
They say the good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's
What did
sake,
you
don't
send me?
test that theory.
Oh, my friend could.
Oh, okay.
For Steam. That way you can come visit
Right.
me.
Let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told
Oh, I
that
already
they
have-
improve their social welfare.
Why do you friend people?
You copy that code in the Steam.
Alright, I sent a friend request.
Nice.
Locate the highlighted area. Okay.
Now then, just find one of the peafowls and select them to open an information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing.
I'll have a lunch.
Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese. Expand their social welfare and we can get a bit more detail. Now, they've clearly got plenty of space and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong. Right, as you can see, the peafowls need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Off you pop to the animal market then. Good work on those peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon. But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
The snow leopard's grumpy.
Just like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You can lower their
Are they
stress
British?
by
Is this
swapping
game
out
British?
the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass.
Oh, that's a good question. I
Not
don't
a
really
cheap
know.
option, but I think
It's
they
funny though,
love
they
the
switch out of that
expense, don't
language.
you?
Yeah.
This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests. Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather. You should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat. As you can see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can. Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered. You can find heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them. It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopard's terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
15 size. Where the heck did it go? I think this is like, this feels less intuitive than Zoo Tycoon, but like there's so many more things you can do. So like, it's a lot more, you can just do a lot.
True.
Like, you can just do a lot more things, or you could adjust a lot more, and you can get a lot better angles.
Yeah, you can really build out. I watched some people building stuff. And
Oh yeah, dude, I saw some crazy builds already, yeah.
Ridiculous. It's like, oh.
Oh, my leopard's literally in the tree.
Now then, all of that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats. That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And that average welfare is a very important statistic. Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into zoo management and then into the animals section. As you can see, this list shows you the animal's overall welfare. So, if something's amiss, then you can quickly pop over to them using the locate button. Right, I'm off for a cuppa while you make sure all the animals are well looked after.
How do you edit stuff? Can I like not like click something I want to edit? Oh,
You
I can't.
can.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh. How do I go to that one? Wait, how do I go to the location? Oh, there we go. Double tap. I see. What do you want? Tortoise? The member's hungry. Oh my god. It's a freaking hippo. My average health bar still isn't high enough. What the heck? Which animal's dying? Oh, my giraffes. Um, I'm very not used to like this whole double click thing. Like you hold it down, like hold 2 down,
For
like just movement, like twisting around.
oh, yeah, I use the mouse button.
What do you mean? Like
The scroll button, scroll wheel.
Oh, I feel like
Or
I
I
don't
switch
know.
between the two.
Yeah.
Sometimes one works better for me, one doesn't.
Enrichment.
Not bad. Not bad at all. I think it's fair to say that you've passed the first part of your training with flying colours. There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall we?
Did you do all the tutorials, or did you just start making your own?
I did part of
Sounds
the
like you got
first
the whole zoo
2,
purring away nicely. Well,
and then
purring, grunting, screaming, booming.
and
All the appropriate noises. I guess.
and then I realized
Sorry,
that the last
huh?
part of the second one is
And
gonna take
don't
me a
tell
long
her I
time, so
told
I'd
you,
say
but
that.
Nancy
Okay.
wasn't sure you'd even last the morning. So, we're happy this is working out. And Nancy owes me a Foxy coffee. As strange as it seems, considering we just met, when I look at you, I feel like you're the child I never had. After the one I did have, obviously. But you see, zookeeping's not for my
I
daughter.
found out a
Don't
decent
get
way
me
to make
wrong.
money.
Emma absolutely
What?
I haven't really
loves it,
looked anything
but
up because I don't really
she
want
set
to.
her sights somewhat higher.
I found
Wants
a
to save
decent
the
way.
entire
Oh
pot.
my.
I'll just settle for saving a
It's not
couple of
crazy,
species.
but it's keeping my
And
park alive.
maybe having a type of frog named after me.
These look so real. What the heck?
Girl, she doing good? Where is she? Oh, there she is. Let's see if she can handle another guy. How did I get another Komodo dragon?
Yep.
Oh, my internet lagged out. Should reconnect.
What biome do I run in?
So I kind of made the mistake of doing it in Antarctica. There were obvious challenges, especially since I wanted to do a reptile exhibit.
Oh my goodness.
The weather's so weird.
We in NA now. Holy crap, how do you do start? Oh man. That is not a good circle at all. Man, how do you draw circles in this game?
Oh, what was that?
This game is like, it's very hard to like draw circles correctly.
Oh, with the barriers.
Yeah, or like just like in general.
The path, there's like certain commands you have to do to like get it right, but it's possible, but it's a little finicky. There's like there's like 2 different modes to
Oh, crap. Tunneling.
the stuff.
Can you edit a path?
Yeah, you click it. The path editing's kind of strange. Like you get used to after a bit, but definitely took me a little while to get used to. And then there's like a grid mode too, which helps with making it better.
How do you edit a path though?
You go to the path button and then you click the paths. So see in the bottom right, there's paths.
Bottom right. Yeah, paths, and then what?
And then you click the path. And then right click is to delete the path. Left click is it'll show you where you can add to the path. And there's different options and stuff.
I was like, can I edit the path?
To edit the current path, you.
Whoa, okay, now I want to do that.
I think you just delete it.
Yeah, that was weird. Wait, oh, so I can like pull it up already? That's so weird. Why is my path going upward now? What did I press? What the heck? Why does my path want to like... Yeah, why is that? Well, that's so interesting. No, I'm saying like why is it forcing me to make like an upward path for some reason?
Oh, you might have hit is U or J. Those change the levels. Or you press shift. That would change the level too.
Oh, I see. Oh no, I don't want to do that.
Or wait, are you making your own now? Or are you
Yeah, I'm making my own. I'm just like, I want to
Are you
have
sandbox or franchise?
franchise.
Ah, gotcha.
I should probably pause. I've already wasted 3 months.
Oh yeah. Yeah, someone recommended to. This is the only thing I saw. They recommend to put pause on as a spacebar. And that's like a. That way you don't have to keep pressing the pause button. Oh, did you friend me on Steam?
Yeah, I did.
Let me see if I can check out your. Planet Zoo. Yeah, once I started figuring everything else out, I just got so hooked. How do I find you?
Wait, how do I like snap it? Oh, it's P. I still am a little confused on how you're supposed to edit and like make this a little like round it, you know?
That'd be cool if they had like a co-op mode where you can add collaborators to your.
That'd be wild.
I added you. Let's see what. You're supposed to be able to visit other people's places, I think.
Alright, that's fine. I'll just deal with this.
See, how many hours have I played so far? Where does it say? Oh, there you go. Check that out.
Hmm?
I can't see your zoos yet. Maybe you haven't gone far enough yet. Oh, that's for workshop items. Alright, how do
Is there a button I press to like edit the barrier, like in terms of like moving it?
so after you place it, you see that like move button? Then you click and drag that move button. You have to click and hold it down though.
Oh, I see, I see, I see. Oh, I can move it from the post. That's why I can. I'm gonna get really OCD about this though. This is bad.
Oh, you have to enable the visiting mode.
Oh, I have to?
Or like, I think. Oh, there's an edit button? What is this? Oh, visiting status. Yeah, okay. Launch your avatar to visit. Oh, I don't think you can actually view it. It's like you send your avatar. Huh.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because it gives you like passive points.
Mhm. Oh, that's pretty cool.
I assume maybe in the future they'll add a feature where I can like go see your zoo.
Mhm.
Oh well, we have our way of the stream sniping mode of seeing each other's zoos.
True. If I can figure out how my stream to work.
Sure.
All right.
If not, we could screen share Facebook messengers.
True. True. Use Discord.
Oh yeah, dude.
I can stream on Discord technically.
Oh sick, dude. I'd be down. Do you want to try that? Welcome view.
Yeah. Let me see. Give me a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh my god, this is not a straight line at all.
It's thirsty. Oh, it's just... Can I not quarantine her?
Why are you trying to quarantine them?
Oh, so they can heal their health.
Oh.
Sometimes they get or they get hungry.
Alright, good enough. Except for the fact that I still can't figure out how to edit this path to make it in better shape. It's good enough. What move is M? Alright, let's try to figure this out. I feel like I should probably move half this stuff. Alright, and then let me go. Whoa. Too far. Bro, I could spend hours on this game. Holy crap. I could just sit here and
Yeah, I
just
know,
keep
right?
editing this thing forever. It's ridiculous.
Oh, a Komodo dragon had babies.
Hmm. Alright.
It's partially bad though, because that means I need to make more space. That's what you do for now.
Now what? Vet surgery, near research center, quarantine, and keeper hut.
Oh, it's a gold whole pog, dude.
Wait, what?
Oh, I bred a gold bubble. Komodo dragon. I bred the first time I bred a couple because they take forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were trash, dude. They were like bronze. They're worse than bronze. I get these guys more room.
How do you build a keeper hut? Where the heck's the keeper hut? Why can't I find this thing? Uh-huh. Let's figure out how to do this. Animal trading. I need to hire people. Do I need to hire people first, or should I buy animals first?
You at least need one of each staff.
That's lame. I also need an info center, right?
You don't need an info center, but it'll make you money.
Should I put the ATM next to the info center? Is that weird?
That's what I did.
That's normal, right? That's not weird.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was like, okay. Probably should make a little toilet block.
Oh, that guy's big. We might release this guy in a while.
Oh. Alright, staff. I'm already running out of money. Great. How do I hire staff? Where the heck is this? Zoo. There we go. I have a vendor. He is meh happy. Oh, there's no power to staff room. That's why. Okay. How do you edit work zones?
Oh, you click. It's actually a really useful one. Oh, shit. That's not keeping track of my centipedes.
Alright, and then if you can't find accessible staff room. Wait, my staff room is literally over here though. What do you mean it's not accessible?
You have to make sure there's a path and then add it to the workstation, or the work, whatever it's called, the work zone.
How do you make it so work zone again? Did you just make a new work zone? Okay, edit it.
Yeah, you can edit it and then you just click. You'll get used to editing this a lot. It happens a ton. Okay, it keeps saying my Toriels are dehydrated, but they're not.
Oh, so I don't have. Is the tree blocking the way? What? Wait, why can't I find it? I'm so confused. Huh. Um. Oh, I need another staff room, I think. I'm actually very curious why it says there's no. Maybe hit play. Nope. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Hmm. Okay, this area is a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. That's fine. Hmm. All right. That's fine. That works. Western gorilla. How many species are there? There's so holy crap, there's so many.
There's a lot, yeah.
Oh, it's a bronze one. Should I just YOLO? YOLO. Yeet, spend that money. Oh shoot, I forgot to add a freaking fence, the barrier. Habitat gate. I feel like this area is a little too big, but that's fine. I'm gonna breed a ton of flamingos at this point.
Yeah, basically how I'm making money right now. I made a lot of so to set the exhibits, the small exhibits.
Yeah.
So I set up. I originally had one centipede one, but they breed super fast. So then I made two, and now I have four, and they breed really quick. And I bred the right now it's the highest level of like genes I can get.
Mhm.
So and they breed like every time they breed it's like 1 to 4. I just have to make sure like I take them out of the enclosure before they overrun it because they only want two in an enclosure. But basically, I just stash 4 of them and I sell them for like $400 each. It's crazy. The flamingos, you might actually be able to get the other currency out of it.
Okay, and then I need viewing. Should I go with the exhibit education board? Habitat education board. Whoa. Oh wait, which direction are you supposed to face these?
Oh yeah, you have to make sure they face the people.
Are you facing the path? Is that arrow like facing the path?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Ambient speakers. I'm making this an epic flamingo exhibit.
Wow, wow. Above this thing anymore.
are my animals, huh? Is that keeper literally just like waltzing his way over? Oh my gosh, wait, I built this area way too realistically. Holy crap. Why can't I like? Alright, let's see if this will work. Huh. Why is it inefficient? Wait, why is my thing inefficient? What the heck? That makes no sense.
Hold on, right back.
Alright. So I'm like struggling right now to figure out how to get my animals in. Because apparently they aren't allowed to go in. To me it doesn't make any sense because I literally have them. I'm still confused why they're still not pulling my. Why is it not moving my animal here? Wait, I don't get why it's not moving it here though. You know?
Oh, what are you trying to do?
Move a freaking flamingo to my habitat, even though it's not letting me.
Is it a baby one?
No, it's a normal one.
Huh.
Everything's like attached to it as well, like in terms of work zones.
Is the habitat ready to be transferred or something?
I mean, it should be. It's listed as a habitat. I just want it in it so I know what to start adjusting.
Huh.
Maybe it needs a water pump. Yeah, I need a water pump for it later. What's wrong with this? I'm so confused on what's wrong with it. I'm very confused. I don't know why it's not letting me. There's no way in a Habitat 1. What a freaking liar.
Like it won't let you click the entry gate?
I mean, I can click the entry gate, which clicks the habitat, which says it's ready.
Oh,
Hello?
it's not being delivered?
Yeah, it's just not letting me deliver it.
What happens when you click move?
It's just like, no, so I clicked the keeper. Why the heck is it snowing? I clicked the keeper,
Uh-huh.
and he's just like, I can't get into Habitat 1. Why not? Even though literally you can get into Habitat 1. There's a gate.
The path must not be going to it.
Even though it is.
Yeah. Try deleting it. Or is something blocking the gate?
Nope.
Huh. Try moving the gate.
I did. Why can't you get into Habitat 1? Huh. That's so weird. Maybe I need a different gate? Build another gate, I guess. Can it not snow?
Oh, what biome did you pick?
North America. Hmm. Hmm. Why is this not letting me? I'm so confused.
Do you want to screen share and I can take a look?
I mean, I'm streaming it right now, so.
Oh, you are? Okay, let's see. Oh. Oh, wait. That's me.
I guess normal, right? Hmm.
Is the gate on the wrong side?
It might be, but I already flipped it.
Wait, it doesn't look right. Oh, okay, that looks right.
Yeah.
Alright.
Isn't that right?
Yeah, that should be fine. Where's your keeper?
Wandering somewhere.
Well, you should just be able to go to your animals and drop them in.
Yeah. So yeah.
Alright, let's see. Let's see.
We give contraceptives. Yeah, animal trading. Move. Boop. Now what?
You can do like select all.
Where's that?
If you go to I think zoom. Actually, I don't know. Never mind.
Oh, like that.
And then
There's.
the move buttons. Yep.
Then what?
Move buttons on the bottom, right? Or no,
Oh.
bottom. Yeah, just
See, it says that.
Alright, delivery scheduled. Now where's
See,
your boy?
see, there's no way into Habitat 1 though. That don't make any sense.
Wait, where does it say that?
On the, I clicked my. Oh, that's like
Oh,
here.
that's an old dot. That's an old dot. Just wait for him.
No, this is a recent dot.
Well, that would have been the same thought from before.
Well, okay.
All right.
So does he just take forever? I mean, my zookeeper is literally right there, not doing anything.
I wonder if that path's too thin. Is it blocked, that staff path to the road?
No, I don't think so. Shouldn't be. Looks pretty unblocked to me. Oh, my water thing's a little high. Why is my water thing floating? You see, like, I'm really confused.
It's not carrying any boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your trade center?
Right here. Maybe I should, like, move it.
It should be fine. You travel around that path.
Travel on it?
Yeah, just let's see if anything's blocking it.
I mean, these guys are able to walk all the way through this, so it's like, I don't know.
What?
See what I mean? Be confused.
Go to your animals. In storage. Yeah, it still says they're in trade centers. That's weird.
You know, this one says it's not.
Oh wait, are they in there? Location
No.
says Garden Park.
Shouldn't it say, like...
It'll. That's what it'll say. It will. Otherwise, it'll say trade. Are they not there?
No.
Oh wait.
Huh. Interesting. Maybe I have to reload the game.
Yeah, try that out. It's kind of strange. All right, I'm gonna head out for a little bit and then I'll come back.
Alright, let's see if I can get this to work. Oh, man.
I thought it might be a bug. There's like a couple around there, so just Google it. So it'll probably pop up.
I mean, I know it's like a beta alpha. Alright, now what? Oh, now they're moving.
Alright,
Oh,
I'll be back.
there we go. It fixed it. It was a bug. So I literally wasted like, wow. Okay, whatever. That's cool. Huh. Oh man, sorry I'm not talking too much today. I'm a little sick, so it's a little bit of a struggle, but so far so good. Oh man, then so dry the 3 months. Oh. So I'm literally in debt because I decided to spend so much on that. Okay, let's go edit this path actually. This is a struggle. Oh man. Well. Oh man, I don't have money though. Why is it so freaking cold? What? Seems like no, it's better. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have went this far deep. Oh, I'm going so far in debt. Oh my goodness, everything's fine except I'm just so far in freaking debt. I can't do anything. Hmm. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop probably. The video recording at least. I'm gonna probably try to put a little bit more. Maybe next time when you see this video, I will have a floating zoo and not one that's literally dying. That's the goal. um, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hopefully will not be this sick as well, so I can actually talk some more. Until next time, though. See y'all.